Okay, verse 25. When Methuselah had lived 187 years, he fathered Lamech. Methuselah lived after he fathered Lamech 782 years and had other sons and daughters. Thus all the days of Methuselah were 969 years, and he died. Okay, now we know the saying, as old as Methuselah, kind of, right? So as old as the mountains, but we in Afrikaans we had the saying as old as Methuselah. Anyhow, so he was the one who lived the longest, 969 years, 31 years shy of 1,000. And actually, if you kind of work it out, then he died in the year of the flood. Genesis chapter 5 verse 28. When Lamech had lived 182 years, he fathered a son, and called his name Noah, saying, Out of the ground that the Lord has cursed, this one shall bring us relief from our work and from the painful toil of our hands. Lamech lived after he fathered Noah 595 years, and had other sons and daughters. Thus all the days of Lamech were 777 years, and he died. Okay, the verses follow the norm for all the other fathers, right? Gives the date of when the son was born, how long he lived after it, and the total number of years lived. Now, so yes, ultimately, but the difference here, there is a difference, and the difference is here we get the naming of the son, Noah, of the one that will lead people out, or bring relief from the cursed land, from the work, because the work of the hands are cursed. Okay, it's one thing if you work on a farm in an area where it's like 25 degrees, kind of 20-25 degrees. Okay, it's hard work, right? But when you live in and work on a farm when it's 40 degrees out there, right? Like here, you're building or whatever you're doing, it's hot. It's not nice. Okay, I grew up on a farm, and I know we in the afternoon times we could not work outside in the farm because it was too hot. But even then, even in the morning, sometimes at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, it was 36 degrees, right? So you kind of need to work. You can't just not work. And so yes, these people, they seemingly had, life was not easy, right? And it's not sitting behind the computer in the air-con room kind of idea. This is out in the farm. This is out in the land working. Not easy, not nice. So yes, he called his son. And with the hope that Noah would be the one that was prophesied, the Messiah that will come, or the one that will destroy the enemy, okay, and then undo the curse of the land. Right? That is what he kind of hoped for. That is why he gave him this name. We've seen already that is how they looked at names. This is who the person is. Okay, and so he had this hope that Noah would be ultimately the one to fulfill that promise and bring them rest. Now we're going to see Noah's not going to do that, right? We're going to see how ultimately it's only Jesus, right? Joshua leading people into the promised land, into the land of rest, as we see explained then ultimately in Hebrews, right? So it was a temporary rest, okay, or Abram looking forward for this land. It's a temporary thing, but ultimately we know that in the new heaven and new earth, in the full Sabbath rest, that final rest, not from work, because in new heaven and new earth we will still work, right? But the rest of from this toil will be done when Jesus then ultimately returns. So Jesus is named the Messiah. He is the one that will lead us into ultimate rest, which Noah could not fulfill. Right, and we'll see a little bit later on as well why Noah could not fulfill that. Okay, verse 32. After Noah was 500 years old, Noah fathered Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Okay, so the list here ends with Noah and then his three sons. Just like the line of Cain ended with Lamech, okay, the same name as Noah's father, and then ultimately his three sons. Okay, now in this case as well, just follow this. He had three sons, so the same kind of follow the same pattern: Shem, Ham, and Japheth. In the next chapter, we will then going to see how the story will play out, and ultimately how God's going to regret making all of it, as we've seen already. And yeah, as we've seen, and we will take it further from there. Thank you very much.